Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marta. I come from Norway and I love makeup, especially indie makeup and sparkly things. And today I am continuing my tarot series here on YouTube where I make a custom line pan color story based on the 3 cards I draw for the month. So this is actually coming up a little bit late because I didn't film it yet, and it's actually the 1st of June now, but it is for the month of May. So I did draw these cards in May, or actually right before May, I think. Also, I did do 2 looks with this palette that I made this time, so that is coming after I do like the swatches and everything. So these are the cards that I drew. These are all from the Chrysalis deck, I think it's called, and I really like that deck. It's so beautiful, so if you want to see what I came up with for these cards, then please keep on watching. As usual, I'm going to show you the cards first and tell you a little bit about what they mean. So this is the 4 of Earth, and it has the keywords or the key phrases: slow and steady progress, one step at a time, fear and doubt, slow forward momentum, do not falter, rest and recharge, a good outcome ahead, do not make hasty decisions, and watch for careless errors. So this is supposed to be like for my past, because that's the kind of reading I do, to reflect on the past, and then the next card will be about the present and the last about the future. So this is like not something like me reading the future or something. It's just for me to reflect on what's happening in my life, really. This is the second card that I drew, which is the 12 of Fire, and it's called the Hero card, and it's really beautiful. It has these fiery colors and some blue and purple, and the key phrases for this card is: a person of noble qualities, ordinary people who do extraordinary acts, a person who lies cannot be trusted, put another's well-being before your own at this time, accord others with respect and dignity, avoid gossip, an opportunity for redemption, give a second chance. So this is definitely a good card that can really make you reflect on selfishness or selflessness, and I think it's just a really nice thing to think about in your life. And that is like for the present, so that is basically my May card. And then for the future, I drew this card. It's like one of the prettiest cards I've ever seen. Like, look at that. It's like so ethereal with like the flowers and a small squirrel. Like, I love squirrels, they're so cute. And then you can see that this ethereal person is like putting seeds down in the earth, which I think is just something to think about yourself, like what kind of seeds are you sowing right now. And the key phrases for this card in particular is: time to make preparations, risking future goals and ambitions, investment or sacrifice equals reward, a time of restriction or adversity, increased opportunity, people notice commitment and dedication, be sure of your motives, maintain intimacy and connection. So that is also like a really nice one that you can really connect with with like the present card. So for the future, that you should sow the seeds that you want to harvest. So yeah, I really like this reading. It's really nice and very springy, actually. And now for the exciting part. This is my palette that I made based on these cards, so you can definitely like recognize this second card in the last row there with all the warm, beautiful tones. For the first one, it's more of those earthy tones and the green, and yeah, I didn't have that many colors for this card really. And then I had a lot for this card. Like, you can see the purple reflects in that first shimmer shadow right there, and you can see the green shift there, and it has like a peachy base, and then you also have that peachy color to both be for the like pinky flower and the squirrel and some green shimmers, and yeah, just a lot of beautiful colors that really match this card. So what do you think about this color story? Please leave me a comment down below what you thought of it. I'm going to swatch it right now. I really like this color story, so I'm very excited to do that. And I also did 2 looks, so if you're interested in seeing that, then keep on watching after the swatches as well. here you have the whole color story swatched out, and I'm actually so in love with this color story. Even seeing it out swatched like this and not just in a palette, it's just like, I'm really proud of this color story. Like, I don't think it's like super unique, but I mean, I really do like it. So I'm just going to change up the lighting so you can see the sparkles. Hopefully you can now see the pink and purple shift of that first shimmer that you have there. It's such a gorgeous one, Lovely Field by Tammy Tanuka. And then an inseparable friend from Tammy Tanuka, which is that second shimmer. It's just such a beautiful shade, like you can see the pink to lime green shift, and it's just such a gorgeous shade. I'm so in love with that as well. And then we have Abracadabra, which is that gorgeous velour shade from Glam Shop, which I've said is like one of my top shades of all time, and I still stay by it. Like, look at that. And of course Scandal, which is one of Glam Shop's marble shades. So shiny, like it's so intense and bright and vibrant. Like, you can see that fiery orange base that it has. So incredible. So yeah, I really like this color story, and obviously I also love these kind of matte shades. We have some greens, we have this gorgeous like peachy pink shade, we have a mustard and a rusty orange. So there's definitely a lot you can do with a color story like this, and I could definitely see myself doing more looks than just these two looks that I've done in this video. But yeah, I guess if you want to see the looks that I did, then keep on watching. For this look, I want to go in with Saudade right here first for the outer crease, and I'm going to use this one for the outer lid, and then this one, Lovely Field, for the inner parts of the lid, just because that's a lot brighter. And for the lower lash line, I think I'll be using these two, but I'll just have to wait and see what I want to do, because I want to do something a little bit more glam and simple today. So I am starting off with my Glam Shop 0122 brush, and I'm just going to apply this in the outer V. And I don't think I want something super smoky today, and today I really want to stick to that, because usually I like smoke it out a lot more than I want to. But like, I mean, I love the looks when I do smoky eyes, but you know, it's kind of like a summer day today, and I'm going out to eat with my partner, and I think we're going to try to bring our dog so we can sit outside in the warm weather. And I'm just really excited to do that, because I think our city is closing down again because of this panini that we're in. So yeah, I think we just want to go out and enjoy probably the last night for a long time. And I mean, we haven't really been out at all during this whole situation, so I want to kind of take a little bit advantage of it right now before my exams. So yeah, that's that. I'm just going to bring this green all over the lid as a base for the shimmers that I'm going to bring on the lid, and like this one blended so nicely. So apparently the Divina shades do apply really nicely on the Smashbox base, which is really nice. Something just like this, and then I will use the lighter green that is a little bit more minty. And as usual, I'm just overlapping what I just did. I feel like I'm a broken record when it comes to my techniques, but I mean, if you're not someone who's watched my videos before, then I feel like I need to say those things, and like, it is the way I do my makeup, so it's relevant. So I think that's it for the upper part of my lid, and then I'll go ahead and add some glam glue, and I'll use this one, Abracadabra by Glam Shop, for the outer part, and Lovely Field by Tammy Tanuka for the inner part of the lid. As you can see, I did add my glam glue, and I'm just adding Abracadabra right here. And I think I'm going to use it a little bit like this, like in a diagonal. Oh, I just love this shade so much. It's so stunning. Could have just used this one really, but I really want to use something a little bit more shiny and brighter for the inner parts, but then I can have that to go like this. This one just applies so easily, and the shine is so beautiful. So I'm just going to tap in as much as I can right now. And now I'm just dipping into Lovely Field, which has a way more cooler shine to it. Ooh, and it's so pretty. It really matches that card with the purple flowers, I feel like, because it's a very green card. But then you have that pop of like purple to it, which is so stunning. So I'm just going to blend them in a little bit. So I'm getting some of those light purpley sparkles over to where I just added Abracadabra. And of course just making it look a little bit more messy right over where I added the Glam glue, so that like it won't stick and like the base won't stick too much, but I will have the sparkles there. I'm really liking how this is looking this far. So I will just of course do that for my other eye as well. But I'm now going to take the shade Penelope by Divina. It's the pink one, like the peachy pink shade, and I'm just going to add that right here. And I do also have the base, like the Smashbox base on the lower lash line, so that's why this is adhering very nicely right now. And I think I just want like a pop of that An Inseparable Friend from Tammy Tanuka, like for the middle. And okay, I will take it like a little bit towards the outer corner as well, just because those sparkles are so like lime green and so stunning. So I'm just making sure I don't have too much of the Glam glue, and then I will just take that same brush that I just used and pick a little bit. Oh, it picks up so easily. It's the one I pressed myself. And I'll just add some of this here, because like the base is almost like the same color that Penelope by Divina is, so this will just add like those gorgeous green sparkles, something just like this. And that is basically my look. I will find a highlighter to use for the inner corner. I'll finish the rest of my makeup, add some lashes and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll show you the close-up. For this second look, I want to go in with the green for the outer corner, but just like for the very outer corner. And then I'll use the red, and I will use these two to blend with. Haven't really decided exactly how yet. And I will use this one for the outer corner of the lid, just to add a little bit of depth. And then I will probably be using this one for the inner part of the lid. Yeah, we'll just take it from there. And I'm using that same brush from Glam Shop, which is the 022 brush. Also, I do have my Smashbox base today because, I mean, I really like that eyeshadow base. This has become my favorite, and it's quite cheap when you get it on sale as well, so that's great. So I'm going to stop the green right here, and I'll probably use the yellow to blend this out, but first I'm going to take the rusty orangey red shade right here from Colored Rain. The shade is called Recharge, by the way, and I'm using my Sigma E25 brush, which is a bigger blending brush. This is just like the perfect rusty orangey shade. I just love it so much. How gorgeous are those two blending together? And it's so easy to apply, so pigmented, and it blends so easily. If you haven't tried Colored Rain shadows yet, I definitely recommend them. Now I will just be taking Darena by Divina Cosmetics, and I'll just start blending it in the outer corner right here on the green, just to make it a little bit more warm. And yeah, I don't know if I should use the peachy pink shade for the inner part. I'm just really wanting to play with all these beautiful colors. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the green to bring it a little bit more back, because I did blend away quite a bit of it with, well, both the orange and the mustardy yellow as well. So I'm just making sure that I have it where I want it and of the intensity that I want. And I feel like I have a little bit more yellow on this side, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit more just here. Maybe I'll have to go in with the green even more, but just want the intensity of this yellow, because I just feel like it's such a yummy shade with both the green and the orangey burnt shade. So now I'm just going to take the shade Penelope, which is the more peachy pink one, and I'll try to use that to blend for the inner parts of the crease. So we'll just see how that looks. Wow, these Davina shades are just blending so beautifully right now. I'm like, why did I never use it with the Smashbox base before? Wow, I just really like the look of them, and they have so many beautiful colors. And as I'm filming this, I think it's a very short time until they have a full restock of their collection, but I'm not sure if they're going to ship internationally though, so that is kind of sad. Ooh, but just look at these colors, they're so pretty. As you can see, I'll have to work a little bit more on the blend right there, but I think I'm basically done with the mattes. I'll just, as I said, work on a little bit on the blending, and I'll add some of my Glam glue for the shimmers, and then I'll be back to do that. So I now have my Glam glue all over the lid, and I'm going to take a Scandal right here. And a trick I've gotten to learn, like when using the marbles, is to hold the brush like in the same kind of angle as the actual shadow, and then just like swirl it ever so lightly, and you'll pick up a little bit of the shadow instead of like a big chunk. And you'll kind of get a little bit of everything from the marble. So I'm just going to put that basically where I have the green right here. And these shadows do apply, like the best application is with a finger, so I'll probably just go in with that after having laid down a little bit. It's kind of what I love with Glam Shop's most creamy shadows, because you see that it's kind of chunky, so you really have to like smoothen it out. And the thing is that you don't need a lot of product. This is going to be a lot of product, so I'm just blending it inwards a little bit. And of course here, like dispersing it a little bit above where I just put the Glam glue as well, because I don't like to have too sharp shimmer lines in my looks. So I'm just really trying to like buff it out on the lid and really get it into the glitter glue. And this shade is just incredible and would look so pretty alone in this look, because you can even see like a goldish green shift to it. But I really want to use that other Tammy Tanuka shade as well, because it's one of my favorite shades like ever. So I'm just taking a brush from Kaleidos. It's their shader brush, it's their S4 brush, and I'm just picking up that gorgeous pigment and inseparable friend, and I'm just going to put that down here. You could also of course use a finger for this, but this one has smaller particles, so it's a little bit easier to just use a brush compared to those that are more chunky. And I really wanted to use this one for the inner part because it has that slightly peachy pink base, which just goes so well with the mattes that I put down. Now I'm just going to take my finger and work a little bit on the blending on the lid. And then I'm just taking that brush that I just used with this shade to make sure I don't have like loose glitter particles here, because those are just going to fall down during the day. So this is basically it for the top. I'll have to think about what to do for the bottom. So I kind of decided I want to use Abracadabra for the lower lash line just all over, because I'm so in love with this shade, so I just need to use it because I'm so excited about it. So I'm just going to place that here, and with this one you don't even need a glitter glue to make it stick to your skin, but it will intensify the shine a little bit if you do. That's it on my lower lash line. I'll work a little bit here on the blending, find something for the inner corner, and do the rest of my makeup so I can show you the close-up. there you have my last look, and I really like both of the looks that I created with this palette. I was out yesterday, like I told you, and like in the bathroom lighting at the restaurant where we were at, like the shadows were just so sparkly and beautiful. I wish I would have photographed it if I had brought my phone. But yeah, I really enjoy this color story. It's perfect now for like spring and summer, and it's just so earthy and gorgeous. Oh, I'm so in love with it actually. I'm so happy because I was a little bit skeptical at first, but both of the looks that I created were so beautiful in my opinion, so I would love to hear which one was your favorite. I'm not sure which one was my favorite. I think I like both of them equally as much. But yeah, for the rest of my makeup that I decided to use today, I used a Colourpop Lippie pencil in the shade CTRL, like control. And then I used it in combination with my Proper Beauty lipstick in the shade Profits, which is just such a beautiful like rusty orange, which I just cannot get enough of. Like, doesn't matter if it's fall or if it's summer or spring or winter, I love a rusty orangey lipstick, and these are just so comfortable to wear, and I feel like it really fit this look that I'm wearing right here, so I'm very excited about that. And oh my god, I actually forgot to put on highlights, so I'm gonna have to put on some highlights. Keeping it simple with my Colourpop Flexitarian, and it's really easy to apply. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing for my highlighter now. And for my blush, I actually used my Makeup Academy blush. It's a new one and it smells like expired product. It's this one, and it's called Papaya Whip, and it's just such a beautiful shade. I mean, you can't really see because it's a little bit bright right here. Maybe you can see it a bit better now, but it's just the most beautiful peachy shade, and I really like how this looks, although it smells horrible. But yeah, so for my cheeks, otherwise I used my bronzer and contour from Glam Shop that I usually use, so I'll just leave all of that down below in my description box. For both of the looks, I used my Visofree Lashes in A12, these ones that are so dramatic but so beautiful, and I just love them. I need to buy more. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed filming these looks. I would very much appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!